In this how-to presentation, we're going to look at how to work out probabilities. Welcome to this how-to presentation. There are 4 skills you need to be able to work out probabilities. These are the probability scale, how to calculate probabilities, understanding that probabilities are up to 1, how to work out if events happen more than once. So the first skill is the probability scale. The probability scale is based on this. 0 is impossible, 1 is certain. It never goes above 1. The further away from certain we come, it's decreasingly likely that something will happen. It's more unlikely that something is going to happen. And in the centre, you've got the equal chance, which is the 50-50 chance, or the 0.5 chance, or the 50% chance. All probabilities based around this particular scale. The more likely something to happen, the closer it is to 1. The less likely something to happen, the further away from 1, and the closer it is to 0. But how do we calculate the probability of something happening? Probability is calculated by the number of ways that an event can happen over the total number of possible outcomes. It's like building a fraction. For example, if we've got a standard 6-sided dice, the probability of rolling an even number on that dice, well, there are 6 possible outcomes on the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The chance of getting an even number, 2, 4 or 6, there are only 3 of those. So the probability is 3 over 6. That's a fraction. It's also a half. 3 over 6 is a half. Or that's 50%. Or it's 0, 1.5. So that's the probability given as a fraction, a decimal, and as a percent. The third skill that we need to know is that probabilities only add up to 1. They never go above 1. So if you know the probability of something that will happen, then you can work out the probability that it won't happen, and vice versa. And you can do that by subtracting it from 1 or 100. So for example, Lucy forgot to water a houseplant before she went on holiday. And there's a 35% chance that the plant will be dead when she returns from holiday. But what is the probability that it will still be alive? So we take the 35 away from 100. Remember, probability only ever goes up to 1. And that means that the chance that the plant will still be alive is going to be 65. What happens if an event happens more than one time? What happens if it happens multiple times? This is the fourth skill. You can find the probability of an event happening multiple times by multiplying the probability of it happening once by itself, that number of times. That's the key thing to remember. By itself, that number of times. So looking at this example here, Jen has a coin. The probability of landing on a tails is 0.5. Flips the coin 3 times. What's the probability that it will land on a tail? 3 times. 0.5 chance of landing on a tail the first time. Again, it's a 0.5 chance it lands on a tail the second time. And it's the same. It's a 0.5 chance it lands on a tails the third time. So what we need to do now is times these like, okay. .125. 0.125 chance that will happen 3 times. You can obviously make that into a percentage by multiplying it by 100, which means there's a 12.5% chance. The other thing we need to be aware of with probability are probability trees. You would normally get just 2 branches to the tree in this example here. And as you can see, from each event, so this is the first event, Sam and Alex. So if we were to put a line there, we can see that the event is, imagine you've turned up to football training and there's two coaches, one is Sam, one is Alex. We can see that 0.6 and 0.4, both of those add up to 1. And it's the same if we go across here. We can see here that the chance that you being the goalkeeper today is 0.5 yes or 0.5, which would be no. And again, you can see that they add up to 1. That's how probability trees are made. So how do we use them? What is the probability that you turn up for football training and Sam is the coach and he wants you to be the goalkeeper? Basically, what we do there, we take this information here, Sam is the coach, and he wants you to be the goalkeeper, so that would be a yes, and you just follow the line. So you've turned up, Sam is the coach, and he says yes, for you to be the goalkeeper. And then, because we've got two events, the first event is who is the coach, that's 0.6. He says yes, you can be the goalkeeper, that's 0.5. And again, you just multiply them. 0.6 times 0.5, 0.3. That's probability trees. If you need some further practice on this particular topic, then look at the probability PowerPoint and associated resources that can be found on OneFile. You can also find further work on probabilities in the Functional Skills Math Study and Test Practice book on pages 115 to 118.